We're going to do a little game show at the start, just as a refresher from the last workshop. So it's just going to make sure that we can remember some of the key concepts that we learned at the last workshop, so we can apply them to today's session. Sound good? Okay, so what we want to get out of today's workshop, some overcoming challenges in getting referrals. How many of you actually ask for referrals from customers? All the time? Yeah? Success? Most of you say yes, some. Okay. Some of you don't at all, and we'll talk a bit more about that. Probably because you don't feel that you need to, because you get leads from your BDMs and walk-ins and so forth. So we're going to look at that as well, and just see how we can actually improve the quality of the opportunities that you receive, because it's clear that getting a referral is the best lead you can get. Okay, you think about your own situations. If you've had a good experience with something, you refer that person to someone else, that's usually a good thing, correct? And if you're looking to go on a holiday or something and someone's used a certain travel agent, and you say, hey, have you used a travel agent? They go, yeah, you use this one. You'll go and use it. They're always guaranteed of getting the business. So that's a good way of doing it. And how to better leverage your client relationships. So even if you don't ask for a lot of referrals, remember this is about how you can build stronger more robust relationships. Okay, because the better your relationship, the more likely it is that people are going to refer to you. So let's firstly play Jeopardy. Now, this is the easiest question you're going to get today. So, letter value, letter and value.
B 500.
Whoa. B for Bob.
Wow.
B for Bob 500. All right.
Can you go negative?
No.
Hardly a lot of people do, but okay. Please explain the HCF grid. Now I'll even make it easy for you. We'll have a little usable chart here. Now this is HCF grid is something that a lot of people said was one of the highlights of the last workshop. Okay. You have 30 seconds to answer. Come on, Milk Team, what do you got? Explain the HCF grid.
Alright, basically it's a 3 by 3 grid.
On the board. Alright. Here's it. Figure. Let's see. Yeah, fine. Dun, dun.
Yeah, you're showing what that
And basically this stands for
time's up.
Hey.
this is stand for what happened.
History, yeah.
And this is current. What is currently going on.
Yeah.
And this is for future.
Excellent.
Yes.
And
on this side is basically C will stand for your career. And the F stand for the family. Oh, sorry, F stand for finance.
Oh, good, okay.
And H, of course, stand for home.
I just demonstrated non-verbal communication. And H stands for?
Stand for home.
Home and
Home and family.
one, guys, middle table, one experience that you've had, or two or three? Half one?
I think for me, for the better part of it, the HCF grid has helped in because when we're meeting new clients, like for myself, I met a couple of new clients, and HCF gives you a structure in which you can just innocuously just chat about whatever they have done, and maybe without bringing products in the conversation.
Yeah.
Because it helps so that sometimes we run out of topics to ask.
Yeah.
It just gives you some structure in it. But I also think that in one particular case of mine, it ignores cultural norms. Because I met a Japanese customer, and I was happily asking about his family, and the message I got from him was basically, why are you asking me about this? Essentially, you probably get the mindset that this is a business meeting.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, cool. That's good. I mean, and this is one of the really important things. Thanks for raising that. You will often have that issue, and there's some cultural aspects we need to consider, but for me, it's a key thing, and I want you to always remember this: managing expectations. this is for me the key. No matter what, you need to tell people why you're asking these questions and what your approach is and what the end goal is. Okay, so with this client, say, Mr. Suzuki, Japanese, I'm just guessing there. Thanks for your time today. Look, you know, as mentioned, the objective of the meeting is to learn more about you today, so we can better understand the needs and hopefully work together to grow and protect your wealth. To do that, today what I'm going to do is really find out a lot about you. Okay, without me understanding your needs, your situation, very little we can do to make sure we can achieve the goals you want to achieve from a financial point of view. How's that sound? Okay, so summarise, get yes, nod. So I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions. I want to really understand your sort of your own personal situation to see what your goals are there. I want to learn a bit more about your business aspects so we can know whether there's opportunities there. As you know, HSBC being a local bank can provide a lot of corporate support there as well. And finally, really understand your personal financial situation, because that's key to achieving the goals we talk about in your own personal situation. How's that sound? Now, Mr. Suzuki, if there's anything you're uncomfortable answering, please just let me know. As I said, the whole purpose is to get to know you better, understand what your real needs are, and how we can meet those needs. Okay, so that's what I want to do. And hopefully that should come across fairly sincere, and it's actually what you're doing. Okay, so let them know. Because I'm the same. If someone had sat down and also started asking these very personal questions, and by the way, we had this bit in the role plays we did last time, yeah, and that was not even a business meeting, I would feel uncomfortable. And that's what we talked about happening as well. Would you be comfortable answering those questions straight up if you didn't know what they were for? So that will help manage that situation. But outstanding that you tried it. And you know, worst case scenario is you might say, oh, well, you asked me this. You learn from that, next time you move forward. So you gave it a go. Well done. Okay, so our little group over there, let's all come around. Gather around. Gather around. We're going to firstly go over this group. So the challenges, guys, what have you identified as the two key challenges?
Following up.
Yeah.
And managing the topic.
Okay, so when we're talking about following up, it's, and I'll just paraphrase this. So when you ask for a referral, yeah, sure, I'll give you a referral, and then they don't deliver. Yeah, so then you kind of got to ring up and ask, and so it's uncomfortable. So tell me, what are your ideas and how you manage that?
Call customer in terms of the portfolio and subsequently carry on the conversation and try to say, by the way, you know, the other time there's a promotion in terms of referring your friends and everything. So do you have anyone in mind that you might forgot?
Yeah. Okay.
So just remind the customer.
Cool. Okay. So just remind them and use it as an excuse to do a portfolio review. Okay. After you've just done one. Okay. What about you guys? Any other ideas? I want to refer to something I mentioned before in this, and that is my favourite thing: manage. Exactly. So always, and this is what I always do at the end of every meeting when there's a follow-up, always set a deadline. Always. Okay? When you're dealing with customers. Okay? So this customer would be great if if you've got that person with you, that'd be fantastic. Look, I think it'd be good if you could check it and make sure it's all okay, but I'm sure I could be able to help them out. When would you be able to get back to me on that? So my key clients and said, Mr. Customer, at the end is to get feedback, because I'm always looking to improve what I do. Can I just ask, do you have any feedback for me? Okay? Now if you know that, and this is a kind of a loaded question because you know they're happy with you. Yeah? So you go, no, I'm really happy with that. Great. Really glad to hear that. So look, if there's anyone else you know that would appreciate the level of service that I provide, if you could let me know, that'd be great. Is there anyone you know off the top of your head? Okay? That's all you need to do.
If you look at this graph, which client would you ask for referrals? Q1? Q3. Right? Logically, these are the clients you would ask for referrals. They're happy, or mostly happy, and you have a good relationship. Actually, don't find it much of an issue to ask them for a referral. It feels quite natural actually. What about Q4? Clients which you have an extremely strong relationship with, even if they're not too happy about your bank, not too happy about what happened so far, they still will be okay in giving you referrals. Just because of the relationship. That's why I said, your parents are on this side. Your parents will give you referrals independent of what you did. It's an extreme example, but you will have good clients that will say, hey, yeah, I lost some money here, hey, but your advice was good, I like you as a person. Second quadrant, would you ask these people? There's actually no problem asking people, definitely not if they fall in this category. Of course, if they start to become really unhappy, I would be careful. But someone that somewhere indicates that, hey, I'm pretty happy, why not ask? Right? Now the thing is, and this is the graph you can draw through these 4 boxes, the thing is, first of all, have you plot all your clients in that way? Did you think about your clients in that way? I tell you, probably not. So, let me ask you another question. How often do you contact clients in the Q3 quadrant? Give me a number. How often do you contact them?
At least once a month.
Once a month? Twice a month? Twice a month? More or less? Twice a month? Once a week? So 4 times a month? Twice a month? Once a week? Here you have clients that somewhere you contact 2 to 4 times a month. Start with you again. Q4, how often would you contact these clients? Just think about the clients you put down. Yeah, so just think about the people you put into the different boxes. How much will you contact these people? 4 times a month. So more, you contact these people more than these people.
Because for this group of people, right, they are still not that satisfied. So maybe we can give them more calls to put more rapport.
Okay.
People how to do.
You're going ahead with it. Get back to that. How often do you? You just came in. You have no clue what I'm talking about.
Catching up, probably about 2 or 3 times a month.
2 or 3 times a month. Comment?
I agree with the theory. I would go along with it. Because we need to
Prepare the relationship.
they need more coverage or attention to draw them.
Yeah, but I like to separate now for what you want to do, what you just looking at the current client list. How often do you contact them? I will come back to both of you in a moment. How often do you contact these people in this quadrant?
Twice a month.
Twice a month? Give me any number.
Which one?
It is in this quadrant. How often do you
Twice a
contact?
month.
Twice a month? The reason why I bring this up is that you typically will see across all RMs, this is already lower. They contact these people lower. Now, look at Q2. How often do you contact these people? Once a month. Once a month. Once a month maybe? Once every 2 to 3 months. Yeah. You're in line with also what other RMs have said, and you're all roughly in line. So this once a month, not this one.
When they call me.
Huh?
Yeah, they call me.
When they call me,
It's like a passive approach.
passive approach.
Avoid like click.
Avoid like plague. This is typically the clients, and I hear something in the range from, I avoid once every half a year. Yesterday, someone, was Friday, someone said, oh, twice a year, but it didn't sound so convincing. Yeah. Because indeed, maybe once, twice a year. Actually, you wait with these clients, because you have hardly any relationship with them. And guess what? They're these nasty guys, and nasty ladies there. So unfortunately, we also, as relationship managers, we have a preference for people we're dealing with. There's a preference with people that actually we like, and because we like them, we build a certain relationship with them. Oh, and they're happy. So no difficult discussions at Monday morning at 9 o'clock, yeah, or with all kind of problems, or Sunday evening when it bother you that another credit card has been stolen, whatever it was. So these are the people that give you the least problems, and you just have a good relationship. So yes, this is typically the group we like to talk. Are these the group of people that give you referrals?
Probably yes.
Probably yes. By the way, that didn't sound really like yes they do, but probably yes. Are these the guys that give you now referrals? Let me rephrase the question a little bit. Are these the ones that's giving you actively referrals now? Not yet. Have you asked them?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I should have done it.
By the end of the day, I'll ask you to basically put a small marker with these clients, so also please keep this paper, because these are the guys you just can't ask. There's typically no issue with that. However, your best promoters, the people that really go out and sell you to anyone, may not necessarily be in this quadrant. In fact, they could be in any of the other quadrants. So what can you do, for example, to move clients from this quadrant to this quadrant? What can you do? So then you basically build intimacy, a relationship. And the more you do that, the more actually these clients move into this direction. You're already happy, so it should be pretty easy. One thing you need to do is to build a little bit more trust, a little bit more relationship. So now I get back to both of you. What can you do to move these clients out? You just mentioned already, so the answer was already there. What can you do to move clients in Q4 to Q3?
Build service credibility.
Okay.
Build your credibility and provide them with better service.
Provide better service. Just make them happy. Solve their issues. Because they're unhappy typically because something happened. It might have nothing to do with you at all. Could be just the back office. Could be whatever it was. Yeah? But here, solve issues. Some of the issues you don't want to touch, I can understand. But ask certain things, saying, hey, actually I can just make one call, just make this person happy. Doesn't make me immediately give me revenues, and maybe it's going to give me a referral. A couple of weeks ago we had this issue, remember, I did this, so how's it going now? Everything okay? Everything solved? Yes. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate my services? Guess what? You're setting up the whole discussion already. The guy can only say, well, yeah, well, you did a great job. So maybe there's other clients that I can help, or other of your friends that I can help in the same way. It's a nice way of setting up a discussion. Yeah, moving the client to this quarter and just ask for referrals. Because everyone agrees just now, hey, it's pretty easy to ask this one. Now, what are you going to do with these guys? Avoid was just some remarks. What can you do in Q1? Take it?
Trying to build a better relationship. Like solving their complaints.
I can tell you already, this direction is very difficult. The client has issues, yeah, and actually you're not addressing the issues, you're basically trying to create a better relationship. It's going to be difficult. So if you want to move these clients, move in that direction. Just address their issues. Your best promoters could be in this quadrant. Your most unfriendly clients could be the ones that go out indeed and sell you the most. And I can give you an example. This morning I told you about my insurance agent. After 10 years I said, I complained to the company, they gave me a new guy. That new guy, our relationship started here. And I gave him hell, I can assure you. I didn't make his life easy. I asked for better coverage, lower premium. He should attend to all my problems. If I have an issue in the hospital, then I don't want to have all this stuff with all this forms, documents. I'm not going to read any of your documents. So I'm going to call you. You tell me what it is. This guy came so enormously well prepared. I asked him about certain insurance product. He could immediately give me an answer. My wife had to go for a checkup. He was personally there to arrange it. I went to a small incident with one of my sons. We had to go to the hospital. Here's I said, hey, can I use MediSafe? And then the lady on the desk said, no, you can't use MediSafe, blah, blah, blah. So I called him up. I said, I know it's Saturday. We have this issue. My son bumped his head. It's bleeding. So the lady said, I cannot use MediSafe. I said, let me talk to her. And they said, wait half an hour, I will be there. He solved it. Billy is the best insurance agent I ever had. I'll go around and tell his name to everyone. In fact, interesting side effect, I pay now more insurance premium than ever before. Wow. This guy went to the effort to pull me up from a Q1 to basically Q3. He went to the effort. So here, that could be your best promoters. There could be, however, one issue with that. You could have a couple of clients here, you do all this effort, and you still just going nowhere. Yeah, so they might take energy, they might take time, and still not become. And here it becomes now very important to really know your client. You have this nice IDRAS process, really to get into figuring out what now actually this client wants. So if you figure that out, now you can make really propose the match, which is now on, and then you start putting them on. And guess what? Solve some of his issues.
T equals C plus R plus I over SI. Now everything we've just discussed is represented in that form. So tell me, ladies and gentlemen, T equals trust. What do you think, based on what we discussed, the C stands for? And the C is up in this part. C is the whole, the Q, the certification, the environment, all that sort of stuff. That's what the C stands for. Yeah, competent, competence, and it's got the certificate. It means he's credible. C is for credibility. And there's a number of ways that we can build credibility, and that's what you're going to identify shortly. C is for credibility. You know, that certificate on the wall, the environment, all those sorts of things. R is for? Someone already said it. Reliability. Doing what you said you're going to do when you said you're going to do it. Reliability is so important. Number one reason that sales fall through is lack of reliability. Guaranteed. Number one reason. And people not doing what they said they were going to do. Nothing annoys people more. We've got credibility plus reliability plus I is all this bit. Questions, examinations. What do you think that stands for? I. Well, let's rule a few out. It's not irritating. It's not itchy. Second letter is N. I-N-T. Intimacy. Intimacy! Not the intimacy some of you are thinking about. Yeah. Intimacy, getting to really know someone, really connecting, building. This is all about building that relationship, and that's how you do it, is really asking questions and doing that side of things. Same as you as relationship managers. The more you know about the customer, the more you share about yourself, the greater that connection, that relationship, that intimacy. So the final one is SI. And I'll give you a clue here. The SI is when I came down and I said, here, take 3 of these a day. Come back and see me in 2 weeks. Why? I get a trip to Hawaii. I sell lots of drugs. SI is self-interest. SI is managing or lowering self-interest. He's doing it not because I get paid for it, but because it's the right thing to do. Now this is, for relationship managers, is so critical. I'm sure you get lots of opportunities where a customer comes in and says, oh yeah, I got this money and I just want to get a better return. Okay, let's just stick in some shares. Okay, great. But it might not be right for the customer. You might know, okay, his risk profile is conservative investor. He's actually got a fairly short time frame, maybe 6 months. But you think, oh, he's asked for shares, I'll just whack him in there, I'll get a good commission from that. Or we could say, well, I could do that. But you know, based on your risk profile and your time horizon, you know what? I don't think it's going to be right for you. What I would recommend is a couple of other options. Hey, it's not going to pay me as much, but it's the right thing for you. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about managing self-interest. Okay, selflessness. Everyone stand up, because you need a bit of energy after lunch. So we have some little pieces of paper here. We have intimacy. We have reliability. We have, this will probably drop off, but
You can put it there? No? In front of me.
no.
Okay, okay.
Oh. Very complex, isn't it? Credibility, and the final one we have is get it because it's low self-interest. Thought that's pretty damn good. Okay. Go to the one that you think your strength is. Go to the one that you think, from a customer point of view, that you think your strength is. Okay, so we've got a couple of intimacies. We've got a couple of credibilities. One lowering self-interest, and we've got a lot of reliable people. This guy's reliable. So tell me, why do you think your strength is intimacy? Would you like an easier question?
You've got to be close to customer.
Yeah.
And certain times when you are closer to customer and they know who exactly you are, they don't really care about whether you are competent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because in our role we are trained to be who we are.
Okay.
They know that we have the knowledge and everything. But why are we different from other bankers? Is because the relationship with the customer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Intimacy. Nice. Okay. So the credibilities. Why is that your strength? Why are you credible, confident? What makes that?
Knowledge, I guess.
Knowledge, I guess, yeah. Definitely. I mean, you guys, as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to do an assessment every year to make sure that you're continuing competence, and if you don't pass that, you don't work. Wow. Do your customers know this? I might be letting them know that. Now, from a credibility point of view, that's pretty powerful, which is good. Why else do you think you're credible and confident?
Give accurate information.
Accurate information, so good reporting systems and so forth?
Of timeliness of their accounts, of their, basically whatever they want from the bank is information, so they get it. So it's like and it's not like I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's that.
Good, I like it. Nice. Mr. Reliability's in this. Why is reliability your strength? What do you do to show reliability?
When we set appointments all this, we don't actually get last minute plans, we can't do it. And things like we share openly in terms of like whatever charges,
Yeah.
everything you buy, and definitely they're charging more. So we don't hide compliance all this until they want to complain. Tell me before that.
Yeah, okay, transparency with those sorts of things. Cool. So reliability, you turn up on time for appointments?
Right. You do exactly what you say.
Okay, so where were you guys at 9 a.m. this morning? Just kidding. Okay, and Gordon, lowering self-interest.
I got
Only
self-esteem also. I don't know, but basically among other things, I'm not saying this is my chief strength, but I guess we are in the game of servicing our customers.
Yeah.
So we should spend more time listening to what they have to say rather than our own like opinions or whatever. I mean, we can have opinions, but we have to listen to what they say. So usually, sometimes, to be really frank, sometimes I feel like servicing the customer in a better way, but I don't know how to put this. Sometimes I don't want to actually propose a certain product to them.
Yeah.
But I have to.
There's business pressures, shall we say?
Yes,
yes,
exactly.
Yes, I think we can just safely say there's business pressures.
Business pressure. So, like, I would like to think I am able to strike a good balance between the two.
Yeah.
And put the customer's needs first.
I think it's good. And clearly, if you're getting unsolicited referrals, that supports that, which I think is good.
Maybe it's just luck.
No, that's the thing is like in this business. You do things to earn it. Okay, cool. Now what I'd like you to do is look around and what area do you think you most need to improve in? Go to that station. Okay. What I'm going to do, so what I want to do now is think about where you need to improve most. What are the things that you need to do to improve in those areas? Okay? But we're going to do that as a discussion group and talk about the things that you can identify to actually support that area. Okay, so we're going to come to that shortly. What I want to ask you though is, what do you think the bank's done, or has done the most in terms of improvement in each of those areas? What's the bank's role here? If I was to say, when you think of HSBC, what comes to mind? Intimacy, credibility, confidence, low self-interest, liability. What comes to mind?
Low self-interest.
Where do you think their strength is? Low self-interest. Okay. And tell me why you think that is. And I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. Tell me why you think that is.
We don't push for sales.
So what has HSBC changed recently that I believe no other bank is doing?
No commission.
No commission. Okay, so how do you guys get remunerated then?
Fixed pay. No. Hard work. Fixed pay job.
Hard work. Yeah, so it's not about the products you sell, it's about being client-centric, correct? Okay. The challenge for you is, given this is the strength of HSBC, how do you make sure the customers know about this so you can build trust? Because that's a key part of lowering self-interest. Absolute critical part. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to take from intimacy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Can I ask you two likely lads to go over to lower self-interest with the lovely Jade? And can I ask, let's see, could you go over with the two boys? And Benny? If you can go over, doing a colleague for reliability. Okay, my little friends, here's your challenge. You each have been assigned a letter of the trust equation. All I want you to do is write down what are the things that can be done to increase or improve in that letter. In other words, what are the things that we can do as relationship managers to improve intimacy?
Clients and what is the information we know.
Okay. So remember we did the HCF group? Yeah. Home and personal and family. So what about children's holidays? What's the imagine as a relationship manager, you send a card to the child, or just some toy, or you send one to the
So the sense of I
I
guess what you said is correct. If you want to know more about the customer, you shouldn't be the one talking, you should be the one listening. So ask the probing questions.
I like it. That's good. Excellent. Okay, we've got another one.
This guide, so I think we all know what that is, but what it is that it details like our licenses, tells the client that we're actually registered with the MAS because by right we're supposed to give it to our clients. It's mandatory to give it to our clients.
Yeah.
I think it would be good to, if we can actually explain it to say that, hey, this is our licensing numbers, you know, these are the channels of that. It also provides a very transparent avenue for clients to see that, hey, I have nothing to hide. This is everything that I have, and this is okay.
This is good. Can I just focus on that point? So guys, can I just ask you, when it comes to these regulatory compliance things, do we tend to, look, this is a whole lot of paperwork, let's not worry about this. Is that what we tend to do? I mean, you can be honest. I mean, I've seen this for a term deposit nowadays, it's like the paperwork's massive. Okay, now, it is time consuming, but you know what? Given after global financial crisis and all that sort of stuff, it gives people reassurance that, okay, this is all, they're doing the right thing. So it's managing expectations again. So yes, Mr. Customer, I know there's a lot of paperwork, but this is to protect you. So I just want to make sure you understand, you know, the licensing requirements that we meet and adhere to, and also to make sure you understand you know, what the opportunities are, but also the downside, because every investment has a downside. So I just want to make sure you're completely aware of that. Okay, that can actually give you credibility because you're not trying to brush it under the table. I'll guarantee you. You get a big document, which I've seen so many relationship managers do. Oh, look, don't worry about that, you just need to sign here. I guarantee the customer's there going, okay, but what was on those other 38 pages? Okay, there's a little element there. Excellent. Please go.
Okay, I think the standards like attire, name cards, professionalism, especially in how we communicate with clients. I think sometimes, you know, especially in a rush, or we don't vet through our things properly, like we send emails or text to clients. Well, it does project a certain image.
Absolutely. Now, do you differentiate the way you communicate with your clients?
Yes.
Yep. So, give me an example of how you do that.
Communication.
Between different
how you
clients.
Communicate. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a differentiation probably between like how I would communicate with Gordon via internal mail versus, you know, an external email to clients.
Yeah. Really interesting stuff. They've done surveys on how people like to be communicated to, and now with the electronic communication methods, people are now, younger people in particular, are preferring electronic communication as opposed to sending email and so forth. So actually organisations need to start tailoring for that as well. So you'll know your older clients. The older clients like the personal touch. The younger clients, give me an email. Don't waste my time with, you know, letters and all that. Just send me an email. Okay, so that's the other thing you can do, just to, you know, tailor it for the different needs. It's good.
Okay, keeping updated, of course, ties with this one as well. Like, okay, yes, company does provide training. We can also self-initiate to take up enrichment courses. And after we've learned about new things, it's really important to apply it, of course. Okay, so it could be in terms of like knowledge, it can be in terms of products as well. So knowledge, like if you need to know what's happening in the markets. Tell clients that you know as well.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, how do you actually demonstrate that to a customer?
For the application of knowledge.
Well, because, okay, I'm sure not every customer is savvy. So, and we do have a wide variety of products.
Yeah.
So when they ask you about products, even if you don't know the product inside out, because I'm sure we, in terms of, let's say for example, unit trusts or mutual funds, we have like 200. So at least you know where to go to find the information.
Yeah.
Being competent in the sense that, okay, I know where exactly to go to find out the information. And I click a button, I can print out a fact sheet. I can explain the fact sheet to them. I tell them what exactly is the fund about, what the charges like, so on and so forth. So it actually portrays us to be more competent in the sense that we know what our job. If we don't know offhand the product, we know where to find the information, and we can give information easily to the customers.
Yeah, good.
So and also in the area of actually application of new concepts and knowledge, mainly we're pertaining to talking about, let's say for example we go for training today, how we actually apply the knowledge and what we have learned today in the real life situation.
To increase system enhancement, things like reminders, pop-up, basically like important events in the clients, like maybe maturing of the deposits, or when the rates are good for the clients to do conversions and stuff like that.
Yep. Can I just focus just very quickly on that one? This I've always believed that the organisations that can get the best systems and processes in place will have some dominance in the market. Okay? Because this service aspect is so critical. And I don't think anyone's doing it really, really well out there yet. So this is a key aspect, especially now with all the focus on compliance, regulatory requirements and so forth. This is a big driver. Okay, taking up a lot of time and resources for organisations. So this is critical. We've got the technology, you need to use it to make the most of it. So I'd like you guys to think about all the systems tools that you have available to you now, like Microsoft Outlook, electronic diary systems, all that, and really ask yourself, are you utilising that as best as you can? Are you utilising pop-up reminders and all that sort of stuff? If not, start using it, because you've got the technology, make the most of it. Okay?
A strict timeline with added buffer, basically the philosophy is to under-promise and over-deliver.
Under-promise, over-deliver. Remember that one, very important.
Yep, regular updates to the client.
Nice.
Availability of additional support like specialists, service managers, contact center.
Yep.
Give accurate and transparent information. I think that's most important.
Yeah.
The client's looking for.
Communications with client, very more personalized, maybe just catch up, regular catch up. And last but not least, share about ourselves as well to the client so that they get to know you personally as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Tell people, to have to perceive that you have low self-interest from what you do to yourself. So instead, what we're looking at is to focus on clients' goals instead. So which is, what the bank is trying to do as well. Focus on clients' goals instead of product, instead of banks, things.
Yeah.
And so, nobody.
Generally, don't like being sold to, but gee, we love to buy. So that's what you want to do here. This is exactly what you're talking about here. Present options, understand their needs, how you can manage and match those needs, and then they'll want to buy it. Get them saying yes throughout the conversation. It's a no-brainer. Really good. Please go on. To pay more. Okay, and if you can identify what those are, what makes you unique and special, then you can confidently charge that price. No doubt about it. Okay, HSBC client. From my perspective, you guys are leading the field with this. Because I know if I'm dealing with someone like you, you're not just trying to flog your product. Okay, you don't get paid on the different type of products that you sell. Okay, and I've been around long enough to know that's a big driver for a lot of relationship managers. So that's not going to affect that. So I know that when you give me advice, it's because the advice should be right for me. But the challenge is how do I position that to a client? Okay, so I urge you to, as a team, work out how do we position this to a customer. Because it's very powerful and no one else is doing it. And I tell you, think about yourself in the customer's shoes. They're all thinking, I wonder how much commission you're making out of this. They are. Because they think that's why you're recommending it. If you tell them, I don't make any commission out of this. What I say to you, it makes no difference. I get paid this. This is irrelevant. I'm just focusing on your needs. Okay?